This is the real Tom Rose, and we're dealing with a problem that's pretty tricky. Many people get this problem right, but they actually get it right for the wrong reason. We're asked to be able to answer which of the following can be true. And this is a really important word which helps distinguish between the right way and the wrong way to solve this problem. Because we're going to evaluate all three of these Roman numerals, and we're not really trying to figure out what happens. Like in the case of Roman numeral 1, we're not trying to figure out what happens when a is equal to 2. We're trying to figure out whether a could be equal to 2. Right? So for example, in the equation that we're given, 2 minus a times b minus 2 is equal to 0. We're asking, is it possible that a equals 2? And let's try plugging that in. So we'll get 2 minus 2 times b minus 2 equals 0, which is 0 times b minus 2 equals 0. Now, if we plug in 2 for a, what we find is that we end up with 0 equals 0, which is true. So when a is equal to 2, the equation is true, which means a certainly could be true. Let's check b. Let's do 2 minus a times 2 minus 2 equals 0. And all of these are question marks, actually. So if b is equal to 2, is the equation equal to 0? And we'll end up with 2 minus a times 0 equals 0, which is, we end up with, again, 0 equals 0. Is that true? Yes. It's always true. Not only could it be true, it's always true. And the third one is where it gets a little different. They're saying a minus b is equal to 0. And here we're forced to ask ourselves, is it possible that a and b a minus b could be equal to 0? Well, when would that occur? If a minus b equals 0, what do we know about a and b? They have the same value. And that's actually a question. Could it be true that a and b have the same value? Well, actually, yes. We've already proved that just by going through the two exercises that we did. We checked when a is 2 and b is 2. So if you want to be extra diligent, you can try plugging them both in. Let's pick a is 2 and b is 2 and plug that in. We'll get 2 minus 2 times 2 minus 2 equals 0, and that's a question, which is 0 times 0 equals 0. Is that true? Yes. So the third Roman numeral is true as well. And the correct answer here is E. Now, when I say most people get this right for the wrong reason, my point is, if we had had a fourth Roman numeral which said something like a equals 5, that's also possible, because b could be equal to 2, which we've already shown produces a true response. Now, they didn't ask that, but they could have, and it also would have been true.